Good morning, everybody. This is Lab 4. I received many emails about submission of the assignments. As you know, I will not receive anything on the email. I will receive only on the Google Classroom. You open the assignment, you will find that there is a button called submit. You click on the submit, you will upload the file, then you will see that your files on the system. Otherwise, I can't see your files. I will give you 0 on the grades. Okay, and you have to submit it before the deadline. The deadline is not the time that you submit the assignments or the file that I required. Another thing that I required some files, a specific files. For example, I required one file Word. Don't submit it as another thing. Don't submit it as you can submit it as a PDF because this is just a comments. You write it on your computer and you submit it. I require you to write a MATLAB file and save it in your computer using any version of the MATLAB software, and save the file under .m. MATLAB have a extension for its files called .m, not .html, not .word, not .text, not .pdf, .m. That's meaning that you open the MATLAB software, that you write the code, not writing on the Word. I don't want to write it. You write it on the Word. What is the benefits for me? I don't want to see the code again. I already write it on the PowerPoint file. So read it from the PowerPoint file, write it on the MATLAB. This is what we have done. You don't do it again. I just explaining what's happening. What I am asking you today is to read whatever I give it to you in the file, on the link, on the I write it on the a post on the Google Classroom, and you read the description of the laboratory, and then you copy the code, just copying the code, or write it again on the MATLAB, on any version, the online version, as you see, on any version, then write export it as .m file. That's why that's I can see that you or may move your hands, that you express some coding, that you make some generate some results, and take that results and put it on a Word file, and write a comments. What a comments? Write whatever you see. What is this code does? What do you do? Some comments that you will read, it's new for you. Write what it is. You just use the description that I gave you in the lecture. Use Google. Use in the MATLAB. There is if you open the MATLAB, the real command, if you open the MATLAB, you will see that there is here a search documentation. If you write any code, anything, you will see the results. I explained that already in the second or third laboratory. Okay, so now I will give you an explanation about the fourth laboratory. I think this week or next week will be the end. I didn't decide yet, but I will. There is a quiz next week. I will announce again on the in a post on the Google Classroom how to sign up on the website that we will put the quiz. Okay, the quiz will cover everything that I already gave it to you. Okay, today there is signal generation, as you see in the assignment that I gave you how to generate sine wave. Now what about the other waves? For example, here if you write signal generation here, this website, this is the MathWorks website. It gives you a lot of information about the about the code of the MATLAB. This is the company that make the MATLAB. It gives you a lot of information about the MATLAB and how to use it and how to use each command. So it's you can learn how to use it easily and learn how to use the toolboxes, other toolboxes. So here we have a toolbox that gives you a table that gives you some function. These functions give you different kind of signals. For example, here square, sawtooth, triangle, ramp, heave side, latch, sine, cosine, random, exponential. So each one of them is already have a syntax. Syntax is the command that you, if you copy it and put it on the MATLAB, it will run. It will give you something. So if we click on the square, okay, and see what is the square signal. The square signal is what you see here. This is a square signal. This give you a square signal at 1 and minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. So how I can generate this signal in the MATLAB? Okay, this is the explanation and simulation of the reality. In the reality, we have a square signal. For example, this is 1 0 1 0 1 0 and so on. Okay, so it have already have some applications. Okay, so if I use the online, many of you asked me if I can't install and download the MATLAB. Okay, use online one. Make a account so you can take the code and take the .m file, export the files, and also the outputs. So if here I write x equal 0 to 0.1 until 10 or 10, yes. Let's see, if I put semicolon, it will not show up. If I put semicolon, it will not show up. Then I will write square like this, like the, so I can see that square sawtooth here, that this is the description of the command. It gives me a period of -1 to 1, a range. So if the x is from 0 to 0.5, it will return 1. If it's from 0.5 to 1, it will give -1. So if I put here a square x and click enter, then it will gives me 1 1 1 1 minus 1 1 1 1 1 1. So it gives me the output as an array. As you know from last lab, you can use figure and click plot, and you can plot this function. But this function I did not declare what is this function, so I can put it here again and click enter. It gives me a square. Yes, here you see it's a square sawtooth, and I can actually y equal to square tooth, and then I can click y, and then if I go up by the hand, I can use x and y. The same idea. So now I learned that this is a square signal. I asked you the sawtooth and triangle. If I click on the sawtooth, I will send you this link. The sawtooth is like this. This is the signal of the sawtooth. If I click on the triangle, it's different shape of the signal. See, this is a signal of triangle. If you see the ramp, so a different shape, it giving me generating of the shape of the angle of the signal. If we return back, see here, so each one you will write a code like this to generate each one. Here, this is the ramp, high side, sorry, and here this is actually sine and cosine, you already know. And here we can see this is exponential. Exponential is the exponential signal that we already know. This is the output. So I will give you this assignment to draw all of them, write a code to draw all of them, each one in a different figure, and send me the results so you can practice yourself on how to generate a signal. And next week we will know how to make some processes on the signal. Okay, thank you very much for listening.